Greetings, everyone. Greetings, my cutie patootie. Welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. This is the message that I've been channeling this morning for you, and this is going to find you before September 1st. The card that I've pulled today, everyone, actually is representing the shift that you are already in. Some of you have been into this new frequency. Some of you already have overcome a lot of limitations. You are at the cusp of making one final decision before you fully close off some sort of a chapter in your life, close off a door in your life. Maybe I feel like some of you are at the point of changing locations, a job. There is a specific person in your mind. It's a love relationship also, okay? It's a romantic affair, it's a romantic connection. And I feel like that a lot of you are raising your frequency, you're raising your energy, your vibration. The more you are raising, the more detached you are becoming from anyone and anything and any circumstance, even to this specific partner that you have on your mind. So I'm going to take a look in this reading today. Okay, this is going to be a collective reading. So I want you to stay and to listen to the messages that you need to hear. So for many of you are headed towards a new direction. Okay, as of September 1st, when you watch this, you are going to shift your direction towards the place where you're literally going through, going through these limitations. You're not going under it, you're not going over them, you're not bypassing, you're going through the limitations. I'm going to explain this. And a lot of you, the universe is actually providing you this blank canvas. Excuse me, I'm so excited this morning. This is about you creating something new for yourself, okay? And you may say, well, I don't know where to start. You may say, I don't know how this is gonna work out in my life. You may look other people and may think, well, they have the resources and I don't. But this is about your creativity. A lot of you are also artists. I'm getting here this energy of you transmuting your pain into power, alchemizing. You're someone that you're an alchemist and you're going to start creating art. You're going to start creating music, write a book. There is something about you, this journey that you have been going through, right? And I'm going to explain, okay? Those three cards really, this is a transmutation oracle card that really stood out to me. A lot of you with the racing horse, you're headed towards this direction. You're already into the new frequency. You're already into the new vibration. And for many of you, maybe there is an obstacle right now in front of you with the border, right? Maybe there is something here that's kind of blocking you and you're having a hard time and you're questioning whether it's going to work out, whether it's going to work out with this person, it's not going to work out. Honestly, I feel like this is not even about whether it's going to work out with that person or not. This is about you stepping your foot on the ground and deciding which direction you want to move forward to, okay? Because I feel like that for many of you, you're realizing that the happiness and the joy and the satisfaction is not something to come from the external, but it's something that you start cultivating from within yourself. It's an internal work that you are doing. Right now, we're gonna see what is this obstacle for you. What does this mean? What is this border here? Because this is a limitation. You might be facing some sort of an obstacle on an emotional level, spiritual, financial level. Whatever this might be, I feel like that this is a situation that has been brought up to your attention right now. And many of you really wanna change something very significant for you, okay? You are maybe setting up like a next 3 months goal here or next 30-day goal. There is a major shift that you're wanting to make for yourself. When it comes to a person, a love and relationship, a lot of you are also deciding to detach. A lot of you are just becoming love. You're not looking for love. You're not wanting to date out of lack. You're not dating for just the sake of dating it, okay? So for many of you with the Three of Swords, okay, this could be your limitation. This could be what I said earlier also. I'm getting chills right now. I'm so excited for this reading. I know this is going to be so good. A lot of you are faced with the fact that there has been a painful ending between you and another person. Something ended very painfully. 444 on the timer as I'm saying here, right? So the Three of Swords here is you. What are you going to do with this? You are going to transmute. You are an alchemist. I feel like you are someone that even though all the odds have always been against you, even though there has been so many challenges and difficulties that really almost tried to pull you down, and maybe some people, they betrayed you, they put you into the pit, some people even sold you for money, some people even sold your friendship for money. And now you actually have leveled up and glowed up so much that these people, they are in deep regrets, but they just don't know how to have access to you anymore. I feel like you're someone that you have been raising the bar slowly but surely, specifically starting from like last year, and you know, it's just becoming higher and higher. I feel like you're someone that you're no longer wanting to settle for less. And yes, there has been a lot of things that has happened like in the past few years, and some of you are still processing and really digesting with, you know, those things that happened for you in the past. But this is a painful situation, and for many of you, when you look at this combination, right, the Three of Swords is in the middle, and you're shifting your timeline. You are actually tapping into this new chapter of your life. The seasons are changing, right? As I always talk about seasonal changes, the leaves, they're changing their colors, and whatever part of the world you're at, even in this video finds you after the September 1st. But this is about you realizing that even a heartbreak cannot stop you, okay? Even a heartbreak and a painful situation is something that ended, it cannot stop you. You're unstoppable. And okay, and I know that I'm talking to a collective that is doing a lot of inner work within themselves. I feel like you're someone that you have been meditating a lot, regulating your nervous system, doing a lot of breath work. For many of you, you also might be faced with some financial challenges. Every time you have money coming into your bank account, maybe it just goes out the other way. Maybe something suddenly pops up and you have to change this, you have to do this, you have to replace this. That's coming to an end for you, because what's going to end up happening for you is the universe is saying it's harvest time. You already have come into this new chapter I'm going to be providing you the tools that you need to actually create whatever you want. You're moving on. You are transmuting. Look at the fire and the flames coming out of the helmet and coming out of the arms from this person. Okay, this is a direction. When you look at this person's feet up in the air, right? This is pointed towards a specific direction. This is determination, creativity, and passion. Actually, the Knight of Wands is someone that's a visionary, that is headed towards their vision. You have a specific vision that you really want to focus for yourself. And you have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. As above, so below. You may say, well, you know, I don't have all the resources. Maybe I don't look like this person. Maybe I'm in this position right now. But when you look around you, you're going to see that there is abundance. And the quantum field is so infinite that there is infinite possibilities and realities that are going to be coming into your life that you can choose from. As above, so below. Speak and use your words like you are casting spells. Create with your words. The Magician has all the tools that we have in tarot, right? When you look at these. Pentacles, money, cups, emotions, love. Sword, it is your speech, it is your mental clarity, it is your thinking, your communication. And the Wands, which is about your passion and creativity and your spirituality. And the roses at the bottom, this indicates that your manifestations, you are a manifester, okay? This is not about you learning how to manifest. This is about you tuning into the frequency of your desired reality. How? Through your elevated emotions and your feelings, okay? So you also are somebody that you have stopped constantly playing the same painful scenario and the same emotions and claiming and playing basically the same loop over and over again. So that is something that's changing for you. A lot of you, this obstacle right here that we just looked at the border, right? This is not something that's gonna stop you. You are limitless. This is literally a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone. It's an illusion, okay? You're also unplugging yourself from the matrix. For many of you, you have been always on the go. You have been always working really hard, journaling, writing things down, praying, and there is something really big that you have been waiting for to take place. It's like you have been waiting for this moment to happen. Okay, you really have been waiting for something major to shift in your life so that you can be in your desired reality. Honestly, I am gonna say this right now, and I know that you're watching this, and this is like one of my first videos that I'm putting out there as collective. You know, it's an internal painting that you are gonna be putting out there. The world is about to see what it is that you actually have painted within yourself. Your relationships with people is gonna blossom and change, and you're gonna attract the right kind of people into your life. And even though you separated from somebody, even though there was a relationship that did not work out, okay, you put an end to this. This is allowing you to really see your worth and your value. And also with the blank canvas, this is about you redefining your worth and your value and who you really truly are as a person and what you really want out of this life. You know what I'm saying? So with this opportunity that's going to be presented for you, there is something really major, okay? Number 34 also can have a very significant meaning for you. Let's talk about the blank canvas here, and then I'm going to talk about you and lover, okay? Ace of Pentacles, financial opportunity. So for many of you, this is an opportunity for you to launch something, to transmute, to turn your pain into power, and to also help a lot of people out there. The universe is saying, I'm granting you this brand new opportunity. It's about harvest time. When you look at the Ace of Pentacles, okay, the entrance there is some mountains in the background. It means that yes, there might be some obstacles, but these are not obstacles that are unfamiliar to you, okay? They may seem a little bit, different in a way from where they're coming from, but you already possess the power within you to actually overcome that mountain. Whether that's a financial thing, if you have been feeling to kind of spend money, if you have been afraid of really just buying things for yourself and all of that, you're not gonna look at the prices anymore. The Hermit is on top of the mountain still. So this is about you really holding the lantern and really illuminating your path. You have been your own hero. You're somebody that, yes, you may have looked up to this person. You really looked up to this person as a guru. You may really admire a lot of people out there, right? Motivational speakers or this and that. But you actually have become your own role model. You have looked back to yourself and back to your journey, and you have really said to yourself, damn, I'm so proud of myself. I actually did it. Like, you're somebody that you really have been setting trends, okay? You're a trendsetter. You're someone that you don't follow anyone. You come out of the difficult situation, people tell you, damn, you're still breathing. You're like, yes, I'm breathing, I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling, and I'm dancing around. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you're eliminating. You're also healing your relationship with money. You're healing your relationship. You're shedding light onto where does your fears come from? Where is this fear coming from surrounding money? Maybe you grew up in a household, in a culture, in a family where finances were difficulties, right? Where your parents had a hard time providing or putting food on the table. You did not have much growing up, or even if you did, but there is something about being grounded and stability. There is something about you always constantly like being a little bit scared to look at your bank account. Maybe that's literally what I'm getting here. Oh my God, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? Collectively, some sassy shit. You know what I'm saying? Ace of Wands. This is and I know many people love the Ace of Wands. I do too. Who doesn't love a good Ace of Wands, right? So this is an opportunity. This is a brand new creative project, creative chapter that you are doing. This is also attracting love. This is also attracting somebody that's going to be very passionate, that's going to be really sharing your vision, sharing your mission statement, sharing your passion with you. Ace of Wands, creativity. You already have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. A lot of times when we do the internal work, the Hermit is about our internal work. You could be a Virgo watching this, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra. A lot of you are really, really in this place of uncovering and disentangling yourself from the limiting beliefs from the past. A lot of you are really also into this place of like, you know what? I feel like that I have been on the go for a long time and I've been working really hard. And now I don't feel like I have to really do all the hard work to be abundant. I'm just gonna tune into the frequency, and when that opportunity presents itself, then I'm gonna start creating, and actually I'm gonna do what I'm very passionate about. I'm gonna create whatever you're doing. You're somebody that you're either a psychic, tarot reader, artist, you draw, you paint, you sing, you are a writer, maybe you're even a financial advisor, maybe you are a salesman. Whatever it is for you, things are gonna start get much easier for you, okay? Because you're tuning into the frequency, you're changing your frequency, you're not changing your schedule, you're not trying to add more hours, you are just tuning into a new frequency, new vibration, new foundation. What is a frequency? Just like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, frequency carries information, and that information comes from the quantum field. You can tune into a frequency of abundance, of a soulmate, of a lover, of peace, of health. Because, there is infinite realities, there is parallel realities. Look around you. you're gonna see a lot of people walking onto the street, and you will see like they're just like they're dead in the eyes. They're plugged into the matrix. They wake up doing the same things. They go to bed doing the same things. They talk about the same things. They feel the same emotions, think the same thoughts. And you are somebody that you have been waking up to the reality that you don't want to live like that. You don't want to feel the same constant emotions of the Three of Swords, that somebody did something to you, that somebody hurt you, whatever happened. You're an alchemist. You have learned how to alchemize the situation and really transmute it. And that's why this blank canvas here, this is an opportunity for you that you are creating for yourself. You're not begging for anyone for it. You are somebody that you actually created. You earned this for you, and you deserve to actually create the best life for yourself. This blank canvas here, honestly, and I'm gonna share this, and I know that you're watching this right now, and this is what I did recently. I had a big board that it was a cork board is what it's called, and I had like printed out some pictures from the Pinterest, and I put it as a vision board. And I was like, you know what? It's time to update. It's time to really put some new things out there. And I printed out more pictures, and it was like my blank canvas, right? The things that I really wanted. And it's not just like material things. It's more about also spirituality, meditation, having mystical experiences, because we need to really realize and remember that we are not the only ones. This is a 3D dimension. There is a lot more going on in the 4D, 5D, connecting with the divine, having mystical experiences. So this blank canvas is yours. What do you want to create? What do you want to create? And you can comment below also under this video. What should we comment? What should we claim? What should we affirm? What do you guys think? I am creating my dream reality. Anything that comes after the I am is going to be you announcing and declaring. It's a declaration of who you are and what you are being in the present moment. So anything that comes after the I am, feel free, whatever you want to really say, whatever you want to really claim out there, and put it down there. So you officially have been able to transmute this pain. When you let go of whatever no longer worked out, whatever really was not matching your frequency, because here is the thing, a lot of times people try to latch onto individuals and situations that actually already outgrown. Okay, there's an attachment to a certain feeling and emotion to feel safe. I feel like that for many of you are going to start meditating more, doing more breath work, and really regulating yourself, like just being with yourself and really getting to know yourself more and being very comfortable within your own skin, within yourself, so that you're not looking anything outside of you. Now let's talk about love. Let's talk about you heading also towards the direction of a lover. You're somebody also that you could really have a very big heart for animals. You could be working at a shelter. You could be even a horse rider. You could train horses. You could have a horse ranch as well. Okay, there is something about horses. You could have a tattoo. I'm also seeing here a horseshoe. Somebody here could have a horseshoe tattoo. I'm seeing here a dragonfly. Okay, let's talk about the sun. Wow. This is a lot of happiness in love. The sun is talking about also Leo energy. Okay, and this is an indication of you being very happy in love. You're about to enter into this new frame. It's like, imagine it's a picture frame. Imagine it's a door that you're entering into, and you're literally finding yourself being happy every day. You just wake up and you start feeling happy. You just wake up and you're like, I'm actually loving life. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with life. There's gonna be an equal give and take exchange energy with whoever you're attracting into your life, okay? Four of Cups, you're no longer accepting and settling, and you're not settling for less. Remember, when you also level up and you change your frequency and your energy, this is your old frequency that are gonna try to get your attention. Remember, this is your old frequency of maybe want to pull you back into a heartbreak, maybe want to pull you back into some old patterns. That's not going to be the case anymore. You're no longer accepting the old frequency. The old frequency could be the pain, resentment, anger, anguish, whatever it might have been for you, okay? And you have the Two of Wands. You could be meeting this new person while you are traveling. This person could be from a different part of the world. There could be some cultural differences between you and them. Some of you are also living near a body of water, have a lake house, or you are on a lake, you live by the lake. This is about you coming out of your comfort zone, okay? The Two of Wands is holding the globe in their hand. And as I always like to say, the world is your oyster, okay, and you are the pearl. So this is about you looking into the future. Where do you want to go? You're going to be traveling with your loved one, with your person a lot, to places. And remember, you're going global, you're going viral, okay? Your love story is gonna be so successful that people are gonna start talking about how you actually bounce back from a heartbreak, you bounce back from a very tumultuous situation that really tried to pull you down, and you have been able to actually transmute that. You're going global. The universe is saying, you know what? I'm gonna give you the map. Where do you wanna go? You got the map. Which direction do you want to go? Because I know that also whatever you are creating, whatever you are transmuting, you're writing in your book, you're helping other people to heal, it's going viral, it's going global. People are starting to really notice you. Even more people are going to also hear your name. Your name is going to be heard and is already being talked in rooms that you haven't even known. Okay, you're about to step into the rooms where actually you're going to be like, you know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I overcame and how I transmute and how I alchemize this. You're going to be the greatest, like one of the greatest advisors out there, okay? Because it's not that you are trying to go by the book or read books. It's literally knowledge and wisdom that you're drawing from the divine that's going to give you the answer, okay? Because you're tuning to the frequency of wisdom, knowledge. You're somebody also that you feel very ancient. Maybe you might be very connected to ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, the Egyptians, the Greeks, you know, you could be studying, you could be also connecting with certain deities and different high vibration frequency entities, also high vibration, okay? You could be also connecting with Archangel Michael. There is a lot of spiritual work that's being done in the background for you. It's like you've got bodyguards as well, okay? And remember, even if you're faced on a challenge, towards a challenge, and it's been very difficult for you to really navigate through it, and you have been in this place of like, you know, every time I try to level up, there is something, and even at the back of your mind, I know some of you are saying, well, what if September comes and there is an obstacle, whatever. If there is any old frequency that tries to show up in front of you and tell you, hold up, you know, hold up at this post. No, that's not gonna happen. This is not, we're not stopping, you're going through it. You know what I'm saying? Your frequency is what's gonna raise this, what do you call this thing in the background? You know, this thing. This bar is gonna lift it up and you're gonna move through. You're not going under the problem, over the problem, detouring, bypassing. You're going through the problem. You know what I'm saying? And you entering into this new chapter, you letting go of the old pain, transmuting, manifesting, being the artist of your life, being the writer, you're actually attracting a lot of happiness and abundance and generosity and love. The person that's gonna come into your life, there is not gonna be no breadcrumbs. There's not gonna be begging for attention. You know, this is gonna be a different kind of dynamic. And this is somebody you're attracting into your life who also had been in a similar journey like you. And instead of you, like, this is not going to be one of those connections where you're going to feel like, oh, you know, we're mirroring back to each other the traumas. You're mirroring back to each other happiness, joy, peace, abundance, fertility, love, satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, very nice. I just saw at the bottom of the deck, overcoming fear. Let's see what is the talisman oracle card here for you. Defense, and in your defense, scorpionic energy. Wow, scorpionic energy. So this is about transformation and a metamorphosis. Some of you could have Scorpios in your birth chart, but Scorpio is the sign of the transformation. Scorpio is the sign of changing and also going through the dark night of the soul, right? So this is a Pluto, okay, transformation, and also it's an energy of you really standing up for yourself, okay? Standing up for your energy, standing up for your inheritance, that claiming your power back to you, claiming your love life back to you. You don't have to go through multiple heartbreaks or whatever to really know what love is. I think that, you know, everything is getting more accelerated right now. It's getting like much faster paced in the world, that we're learning at a faster pace, okay? So you are in a metamorphosis and everything is working out for you, okay? And with the defense here, this is also talking about you tapping into the frequency which banishes all the other low frequencies and vibrations that have ever tried to pull you down. You know how like everything goes great in your life? You're like, yes, I'm gonna move forward. Everything is like so successful, and all of a sudden there is like an old pattern comes up. There is an old thought, there is an old memory that comes up. Those experiences are no longer gonna have any power over you. Why? Because you no longer are emotionally entertaining those experiences in your head and in your mind, and your mind is the most powerful thing ever. you're actually transmuting, and all of those experiences from the past have simply become wisdom for you. So dear cutie patootie at the Renaissance Tarot, I'm your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy. This was a beautiful message, and congratulations. Welcome to the new timeline and to the new frequency of your life. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.